All right, welcome back to our newest segment. We decided we're going to call this Client Concerns. So if you're new to this is a segment where we get questions from either current patients or potential patients that submit their questions and ask us things that they want us to answer. So Camilla, what is the newest question this week?
Concern is the x-rays that my doctor saw. It said my neck doesn't have the natural curvature and that is causing headache.
Okay, so the question we got was the neck doesn't have the natural curvature, and quite honestly I hear this quite a bit for neck pain and headaches. But this person asked us, her neck doesn't have the correct curvature shown through x-ray, and her doctor said that's the reason why she's suffering from headaches. So there's quite a few layers of this question. First of all, what is the correct curvature? I have no idea, and neither does anybody else, because we're all built so much differently that if you take an x-ray of all of our spines, they're going to have some similarities, but they're not going to have a whole lot of them. Just because my neck curves a little bit differently than somebody else's doesn't mean that I'm going to be predisposed to neck pain, and that doesn't mean anybody else is either. I hear this quite a bit from people that come in and say my neck doesn't have the correct curvature, and to be quite honest with you, that's typically it's wrong. What really we need to look at is movement. So if somebody can, for example, take their neck, take their chin, touch their chest with their chin, and it's pain-free, that's good enough. If you can rotate your head to almost to your shoulder there, that's pain-free, that's good enough. Same thing to the left, and if you look up and you get very, very close to 90 degrees, typically it's about 80 to 85 degrees, that's good enough. I don't care what your neck curve looks like. If you have the mobility in your neck and it's pain-free, we're good to go, no matter what the neck looks like. Now, when it comes to headaches and the spine, a lot of times the headaches are coming from irritated muscles. So for example, if you were to have a headache that is just on the forehead, typically that's a muscle. It's one of two muscles. There's a muscle, the upper trap in the shoulder here, and then there's a muscle in the neck that oftentimes when they become irritated. And when I say irritated, it's not necessarily that it hurts, but it becomes overworked and they get what we call a trigger point, and a trigger point can refer symptoms to somewhere else in the body. And those two muscles are known for having trigger points in them that refer to headaches in the forehead. If you have, a lot of times people will say, I can feel it behind my eye. That's another example. Same two muscles, usually those are the areas. And then if another area is headaches start behind the head. If you have headaches that start behind the head and then they wrap around, it feels tightness, tension type headache, that's muscular as well. Typically when somebody has a muscle-driven headache, it's going to be you feel it on one side, not so much as the other, or you feel it in one general area and it's not everywhere. Those are going to be muscle-type headaches, which we can help out with, and they're not driven by the way that your spine looks like. Again, it's looking at movement. It's not trying to say your spine looks flat and it doesn't have the curvature. It's does your spine have the mobility it needs? That's really all that matters. And is it pain-free? Did that answer your question? Anything else on that? Okay, so if this is a question that you had, I hope I was able to answer it. We do offer a completely complimentary, no-cost visit if you want to come into the clinic, and we'll diagnose exactly where your headaches are coming from or your neck pain if you've been told that your curve in your neck is causing your symptoms. Go ahead and go to freeptvisit.com, just fill out the quick form, and we'll bring you in, and I guarantee by the end of the visit you'll know if we can help you out.